Do this before sleep to lower blood sugar overnight. Most people blame food for their blood sugar problems, but here's the truth. What happens before you fall asleep might be even more important. You can eat healthy, exercise, take your medication, and still wake up with numbers that don't make sense. Frustrating, right? That's because your body keeps working while you sleep, and your nighttime habits could be the hidden reason your blood sugar stays high. Tonight, I'll share 5 simple bedtime habits that can naturally bring your blood sugar down without adding stress or making your routine complicated. Because managing diabetes doesn't stop when the sun goes down. In fact, blood sugar spikes often happen while you're asleep, and you only realize it when you wake up feeling tired, thirsty, or just not yourself. The good news, you don't need a total lifestyle overhaul. You just need a few smarter choices before bed. 1. Embrace an earlier bedtime. An earlier bedtime. Most people think managing blood sugar is all about food choices and exercise, but sleep plays just as big a role, if not more. The surprising truth is that sleep is one of the most powerful natural tools your body has for keeping blood sugar in check. Yet it's the one thing many people ignore. People will spend hours planning meals, counting carbs, or pushing themselves to walk after dinner. But when it comes to bedtime, they stay up late scrolling their phones or watching TV, and they pay the price the next morning. When you don't get enough rest, your body begins to resist insulin, the very hormone that helps move sugar out of your blood and into your cells. That means even if you ate perfectly balanced meals during the day, your morning blood sugar could still end up high, leaving you frustrated and wondering what went wrong. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. Your body can't run smoothly because it's stuck in resistance mode. Research backs this up. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends adults get 7 to 10 hours of sleep each night. But it's not just about the number of hours. The real key is deep restorative sleep. When you sleep soundly, your body lowers stress hormones, your cells repair themselves, and your pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin, finally gets the rest it desperately needs. Think about it. All day long, your pancreas is working non-stop processing the food you eat, responding to stress, and trying to keep blood sugar in balance. By nighttime, it's exhausted. If you cut your sleep short, you're robbing your pancreas of the chance to recover and prepare for the next day. Doctors and specialists in endocrinology have emphasized this link for years. As Dr. Kunal Shah explained, your pancreas is practically begging for downtime by the end of the day. Without it, it simply cannot do its job, no matter how disciplined you are with your diet or exercise. That's why so many people with diabetes or prediabetes notice that on nights when they sleep poorly, their blood sugar the next morning shoots up, even if they did everything else right. So what can you do? You don't need to overhaul your entire schedule. Start small. Try going to bed just 30 minutes earlier than usual. It might not sound like much, but that small shift can have a huge impact. Maybe that means putting your phone down earlier, skipping one more episode on Netflix, or simply dimming the lights to let your body know it's time to wind down. Consistency is also key. Going to bed at roughly the same time each night helps your internal clock stabilize, which improves the quality of your sleep over time. And here's the best part. Better sleep pays you back in ways you'll notice almost immediately. You may wake up with lower fasting blood sugar, feel less groggy, and have more energy to take on the day. Over time, you might also notice your cravings decrease, since poor sleep is strongly linked to hunger hormones going out of balance. In other words, good sleep doesn't just fix blood sugar. It helps you make healthier choices the next day without extra effort. No pills, no complicated routines, no expensive supplements, just earlier, better sleep. It's the simplest, most natural habit you can add to your life. And yet, it could be the very thing that finally helps your blood sugar stay steady, too. Try not to eat immediately before bed through the night. 2. Try not to eat immediately before bed. One of the most overlooked but powerful habits for blood sugar control is meal timing. We already know that after eating, blood sugar naturally rises. For someone living with diabetes, this rise can be sharper and last longer. What many people don't realize, though, is that eating too close to bedtime can trap your body in a cycle of high blood sugar that carries through the night and into the next morning. Here's why that happens. After you eat, your pancreas releases insulin to move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. But if you eat late in the evening, right before bed, you're asking your pancreas to stay on the clock long after the rest of your body is ready to rest. Dr. Kunal Shah, an endocrinology specialist, explains it simply. When you eat right before sleep, you're forcing your pancreas to work overtime. Instead of shutting down for the night and preparing for tomorrow, it's still busy dealing with your last meal. As a result, your blood sugar can stay high for hours. Now imagine what that means for your sleep. High blood sugar during the night doesn't just interfere with rest. It can cause you to wake up feeling tired, thirsty, or dehydrated. Some people even notice restless sleep, more bathroom trips, or a heavy, sluggish feeling in the morning. And here's the tough part. The problem doesn't reset at sunrise. If your blood sugar runs high all night, it often stays high into the next day, making it harder to stay on track no matter how well you eat or exercise after breakfast. This creates a frustrating cycle that can wear you down physically and emotionally. Breaking that cycle starts with one simple change: giving your body enough time to process food before bed. Experts generally recommend finishing your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. That way, your digestive system has time to break down the food and your blood sugar has a chance to settle before you close your eyes. Registered dietitian Anthea Levi even suggests a 12-hour gap between dinner and breakfast, something often called a mini fast. For example, if you finish dinner at 7:00 p.m., aim to have breakfast around 7 a.m. the next day. This window allows your body to stabilize blood sugar overnight while also giving your pancreas the rest it needs. Of course, real life isn't always perfect. Maybe you work late or your family schedule pushes dinner back. If that's the case, try to keep late night meals smaller and lighter. Instead of a heavy dinner right before bed, go for a balanced plate earlier in the evening. And if you're really hungry later, choose something light with protein and fiber, like a small handful of nuts or a slice of apple with peanut butter. The goal isn't to starve yourself, it's to avoid overloading your body with food at the exact time it should be resting. Think of it this way. When you give your body a break at night, you're allowing it to reset, recharge, and prepare for the next day. Your pancreas isn't exhausted from working around the clock. Your blood sugar is more likely to stay steady through the night, and you wake up with the kind of energy that makes the morning easier to handle. It's not just about avoiding spikes. It's about creating the conditions for your body to function the way it was meant to. This small shift, closing the kitchen earlier, and resisting late night snacks can do more than you think. It reduces stress on your system, helps balance blood sugar naturally, and sets you up for better mornings. No complicated plans, no extra medication, just smart timing. Sometimes the simplest habit is the one that makes the biggest difference. 3. Avoid sweets or carbs after dinner. 3. Avoid sweets or carbs after dinner. The hours after dinner are when many people let their guard down. You've made it through the day making careful food choices, balancing your meals, and maybe even getting some exercise in, but then as the night gets quieter, the cravings start to creep in. A cookie with your tea, a slice of bread with butter, or maybe just a bowl of cereal. It doesn't seem like much. Yet for someone trying to manage blood sugar, those late night carbs can undo all the hard work of the day. What you eat before bed has a direct impact on how your body handles blood sugar overnight. If you have diabetes, the food you choose after dinner can make or break your fasting numbers the next morning. The temptation for something sweet or carb heavy is understandable. After all, your brain associates nighttime with comfort, and comfort foods are often high in sugar or refined carbs. But those are exactly the foods that cause problems at night. Here's why. When you eat carbohydrates, whether it's a dessert, a piece of white bread, or a sugary drink, your body breaks them down into glucose. During the day, if you're active, your muscles can use some of that glucose for energy. But at night, when your body is winding down and movement is minimal, that glucose doesn't get used. Instead, it lingers in your bloodstream, driving your blood sugar higher and higher while you sleep, because your body isn't burning energy the same way it does during the day. Those nighttime carbs stick around and often show up as frustratingly high fasting blood sugar in the morning. Anthea Levi, a registered dietitian, emphasizes the importance of balance, especially in the evening. She suggests focusing on meals that combine protein, healthy fats, and fiber. These nutrients work together to slow digestion, steady blood sugar, and prevent sharp spikes. In contrast, sweets and refined carbs cause quick rises followed by drops that leave you feeling restless or waking up hungry in the middle of the night. It's not just about the numbers on your blood sugar meter. It's also about the quality of your sleep and how you feel when you wake up. Think about how different your mornings are when you make smart evening choices. On nights when you snack on cookies or chips, you might wake up feeling heavy, groggy, or unusually thirsty. But on nights when you stick to a lighter, balanced option or skip the snack altogether, you often wake up more refreshed with steadier blood sugar and more energy to take on the day. This difference builds over time. A single snack may not seem like a big deal, but repeated every night, it can create a cycle of morning highs that are hard to break. So what should you do when the cravings hit? Instead of reaching for sweets or carb-heavy snacks, choose foods that support blood sugar stability. A handful of almonds or walnuts, a few slices of cucumber with hummus, or a small serving of lean protein like turkey slices can satisfy your hunger without spiking your blood sugar. Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds or even just a boiled egg can also be smart choices. These foods are rich in protein and healthy fats, which keep you fuller for longer and help your body rest without the stress of sugar highs. It's also worth paying attention to why those cravings come up in the first place. Sometimes it's not real hunger, it's habit, boredom, or even dehydration. Drinking a glass of water or herbal tea can help you realize you weren't actually hungry at all. Other times, cravings are stronger when your earlier meals were unbalanced or too light. If you often find yourself raiding the kitchen at night, take a closer look at your dinner. Was it filling? Did it have enough protein and fiber? Making dinner more satisfying can reduce the urge to snack later. At the end of the day, avoiding sweets or carbs after dinner isn't about depriving yourself. It's about giving your body the best chance to recover overnight and wake up balanced. By skipping those late night treats, you're allowing your blood sugar to stay steady, your pancreas to rest, and your body to recharge the way it should. That small choice to pass on the cookie or the slice of bread can ripple into better mornings, more stable days, and an easier time managing diabetes overall. Sometimes the healthiest habits are the simplest ones. No complicated rules, no special products, just a decision to respect your body's needs at night. By steering clear of sugary or carb-heavy snacks after dinner, you're setting yourself up for more energy, steadier blood sugar, and a healthier tomorrow. Before we move on, I want to pause for a moment with you. Living with health challenges can sometimes feel lonely, but you are not alone here. If something in today's video has touched your heart, I invite you to share one word that reflects how you feel right now in the comments, or tell us a part of your journey with blood sugar, the struggles, and the little victories. Your story might bring light to someone else walking the same path. And if you'd like to explore more gentle tools to support your health, I've placed some helpful resources in the description. Feel free to check them out whenever. 4. Fit in some movement, you're ready. 4. Fit in some movement, Gottman. When people think about exercise and blood sugar, they usually imagine long workouts at the gym, early morning runs, or scheduled fitness classes. But here's something many don't realize. Even light movement in the evening right before bed can have a powerful effect on your blood sugar. You don't need to break a sweat or push yourself to exhaustion. Just a few minutes of activity, simple everyday movement can set you up for a calmer night and steadier blood sugar by morning. Why does this work? After you eat, your blood sugar rises as your body digests food. Movement helps your muscles soak up some of that glucose from your bloodstream and use it for energy. That means less sugar floating around in your blood and more being put to good use. The great part is that this doesn't require a marathon or an hour-long class. Something as gentle as a brisk walk around your block, a few minutes of marching in place, or even light stretches with controlled breathing can all help lower blood sugar before you head to bed. A 2022 study published in Sports Medicine confirmed this. Researchers found that even short, light-intensity walks after meals significantly reduce blood sugar levels. The science is clear. You don't need hours, you just need consistency. A 10-minute walk after dinner can do wonders for your numbers and also prepare your body for deeper, more restful sleep. For many people, this small habit becomes a nightly ritual that makes mornings less stressful. However, not all types of exercise affect blood sugar the same way. Aerobic activities like walking, cycling, or light jogging usually lower blood sugar. But strength training like lifting weights or doing high-intensity exercises can sometimes cause a temporary rise in blood sugar. Why? Because intense exercise triggers stress hormones like adrenaline, which can signal your liver to release extra glucose into the bloodstream. Dr. Kunal Shah points out that while strength training is excellent for long-term health and insulin sensitivity, it might not be the best choice right before bed if your goal is stable overnight blood sugar. It doesn't mean you should avoid strength training altogether. If you love lifting weights or doing resistance workouts in the evening, there's a simple way to balance it out. Just follow your session with a few minutes of light aerobic movement like a brisk walk or slow cycling. This extra step helps your blood sugar come back down and prevents those nighttime spikes. It's all about balance and timing, not giving up the exercises you enjoy. Think about how this can look in real life. Instead of sitting on the couch right after dinner, take a 10-minute stroll around your neighborhood or even just around your house. If the weather's bad, you can march in place while watching TV or do some gentle yoga stretches in your living room. If you have stairs at home, going up and down a few times at an easy pace is another effective option. These small actions may not feel like much, but they help your body process the meal you just ate and put your blood sugar on a smoother path for the night. What's more, evening movement isn't just about blood sugar. It also helps your digestion, reduces bloating, and can even calm your mind after a busy day. Many people notice they fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply when they take a short walk or do some light stretching before bed. It's a natural stress reliever that works for both your body and your brain. The key takeaway is this: movement matters, but the right kind of movement matters even more. Light, consistent activity after dinner supports your blood sugar, helps your pancreas do its job, and sets you up for better mornings. You don't need fancy equipment, extra time, or intense effort. Just 10 minutes of smart movement can be enough to make a real difference. So before you crawl into bed tonight, ask yourself, can I give my body just a few more minutes of gentle activity? Those minutes may be the difference between waking up with high blood sugar and waking up refreshed, balanced, and ready for the day ahead. 5. Brush your teeth. 5. Brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth before bed might seem like a small thing, but if you're living with diabetes, it's a step you can't afford to skip. Your oral health and blood sugar are more connected than most people realize. In fact, gum problems are not just common in diabetes. They can actually push your blood sugar even higher. Here's why. When blood sugar runs high, your body produces less saliva, and the saliva you do make has more sugar in it. That mix is tough on your teeth and gums, leading to cavities, infections, and gum disease. And when your gums are inflamed, your body has a harder time handling sugar, which makes controlling blood sugar even more difficult. The CDC has pointed out that gum disease doesn't just damage your mouth, it can also make diabetes management harder overall. The good news, brushing with fluoride toothpaste and flossing every night can help keep both your mouth and your blood sugar in better shape. A clean, healthy mouth lowers the risk of inflammation and infections that can trigger blood sugar spikes. If you start noticing red, swollen, or bleeding gums, loose teeth, or constant dry mouth, don't brush it off. Tell your dentist right away. Be sure to mention that you have diabetes so they can give you the care you need. Regular checkups plus a solid brushing routine go a long way in keeping things under control. Taking care of your teeth isn't just about a nice smile. It's about protecting your blood sugar and giving your body the best shot at balance while you sleep. A few minutes at night can save you a lot of trouble in the long run. The small things you do. Conclusion at night can make a big difference for your blood sugar. Better sleep, gentle movement, and less stress all add up over time. You don't have to change your whole routine in one day. Just start with one simple habit and let it grow from there. If this video helped you, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Check out the next video for more simple tips to keep your blood sugar steady.